All right, so what we're gonna do is go through a crash course of things really fast, and that way you can see what happened. So I'm gonna erase this part, and then I'm gonna write a question down so that way you can see it. So let me do this part here. So the problem is I found that there was issue, so I'm gonna have to write it down the question. So the idea is to understand the y perspective or x perspectives. They are going to give you the same answer. However, you want to look at what is the most efficient things. So what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on the most efficient method. But this couple questions, I'm going to go through both method, and that way you can see. So the first one, it says x to the square. This is x square. Sorry, this is a this one is a x square, and this one is x cubed. Okay, so I'm gonna graph on the right hand side here, and I'm gonna graph here, and that way you can see. So x squared is gonna look like this, and x cubed is gonna be like something like this, like something like this. That was a really bad graph, sorry. But this is a cross section vertically. Why is vertically? That's each slice. You're basically adding all the lines when you're doing integrals, but that each slice is called vertical cross sections, which is that means dx. This means dy. Am I going too fast? No. So are they going to give you the same answer? You guys should try it on a calculator, see if they give you the same answer. Now, which graph is on the top? How do we determine which graph on the top? Well, here's the thing. Think about 0.1. 0.1 is between 0 to 1, right? 0.1 square is bigger, or 0.1 to the cube is bigger? Square is bigger, because those are common SAT questions. SAT question will ask you a fraction, and they say which one the following is bigger. And yeah, so square is actually bigger than cube. You cannot say cube. If a is above 1, if the number is above 1, then cube is going to be bigger. But it's between 0 and 1, it's actually smaller. Those are common SAT ideas. You should see that before on SAT, right? So then you know that x cubed is on the bottom and x squared is on the top. And between 0 to 1, done. Type in the calculator, see what happens, right? How about the other one? So if I have y equal to x squared and y equal to x cubed, so can I solve for the other way? So square root of y, x equal to cube root of y. So this way is going to be between 0 to 1 still, because still intersection is 0 to 1. Now, which one's right minus left? Right?
That's next. Well, you have to solve for y, so it'd be like the cube root of y.
Cube root of y minus what?
Square.
There we go. And then you type in the calculator, see if they come out the same answer. It should come out exactly the same answer. Some student asked me, Mr. Ye, are you expect us to know in all the graph? That's a great question. Am I expecting you? Yes, to a certain extent. To the extent says all the basic transformation graph you should understand. Now I'm going to show you how to graph 4x squared minus x cubed. But that's a pre-calc and algebra 2 knowledge that you guys don't have. But I won't expect that one. So as far as those two graphs, yes, I need a x squared, x cubed. You have to expect no. Yes, Trevor?
For the horizontal, why should the cube root minus square root?
Tilt your head to the right. Okay, which one is right most? Which one's on the top graph?
Yeah, oh yeah, the cube root.
Yep, and that's it.
Okay.
So you're gonna do two things in this type of homework. Turn your head straight, turn your head to the right, not turning your head to the left. Unlike some smart people here. She's still confused left and right. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, now the next question says y equal to square root x and y equal to 4, and then y equal to negative 1/4 x. Now, you're gonna say, hey, how do I graph this? Well, you should know how to graph this. So I'm gonna graph this this part here. And some type of square root graph, you should be able to come up with this. Sometimes a negative 1/4 graph, you should have to come up with something like this. And you should have y equal to 4, so it's going to be like this. And the bounded area is this region right here. It's very, very interesting. Now, this graph is better to do vertically or horizontally.
Horizontally?
Why horizontally?
Because you'd have to do 2 steps, because you'd have to be like you'd have to split it up from like negative 16 to 0, and then for horizontally you just have to do 1 integral, I think.
Kevin, you have something to add?
I did it horizontally because it's easy to split it up into 2.
Horizontally, you have to do 2. Horizontally, you only have to do 1.
Maybe it's no, okay, dude.
Vertically, okay, so you think vertically? It turns out at this question, I actually prefer to do horizontally, just because there's only just one integral involved. I choose to do 1 integral over 2. Now, first thing you have to first, you have to find out whether this intersection is. How do I find those intersections? Set the equation equal to each other. So x equal to 16. Does that make sense? And set negative 1/4 x equal to 4th. So x equal to negative 16. So here it's going to be negative 16. Here it's going to be 16. Now, if I do a 1 integral, it's going to be between negative 16 to 0, because you need 2 separate integral. And you see here, 1, and then 2. And then that's going to be 2 separate integrals here. So it's plus from 0 to 16. And top minus bottom is always 4. So the top graph is always 4. The bottom graph is going to be minus negative 1/4 x dx. And this one's minus square root x dx. And that's the way you kind of do it, this question. For me, I think this is harder. I'm going to show you how to do it horizontally. If I do it horizontally, I'm going to do this case. Do you see that horizontal slice? There's only 1 integral. If you tilt your head to the right, you see there's only 1 integral involved. So it's going to be 1 integral right minus left. And then I can solve for that. So x equal to y squared, that's the first one. And x equal to negative 4y, I think. So it'll be y squared minus negative 4y dy between 0 to 4. And you're going to find out that exactly the same answers. If you do it right, then you're going to get the same answer, which is nice. So from now on, I want you to choose what's the best path as opposed to choose horizontal and vertically. Because horizontal and vertically is going to be, you're going to have to decide which path is more efficient. For me, this is much less writing, much easier to understand, and much easier to get the boundary. Rather than solving for 16, I can see it between 0 to 4. Kevin, do you see that? Did you do that first time or you did that? You did the two integral one.
No, I did it.
Yeah. And sometimes you will feel that's easier because you get used to dx and you don't want to too lazy to change to y. But that you actually didn't see that part is actually become more efficient because I don't have to solve for it. Dashan, you're kind of zoning out. Am I that boring? It's okay. You can say yes. I understood. I already have no feeling anymore. So you can insult me. It doesn't matter. What?
That doesn't sound good. That sounds bad.
Oh, I mean, I have no feeling. I have totally have reached a nirvana.
Your brain gave you like a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
It's just back out.
All we wrote down was.
I've detached everything. Sydney came over. Somebody told me to scroll back. This one I'm just gonna do it quickly. Yes, you need to know 2 minus x squared. 1, 2 minus x squared. This one maybe on the test, I don't know. Guess what? Because why this question on the test? This question is on the notes. If you don't realize, I like to put notes question on the test because nobody look at it. It's on the notes when we talk about area between the curve. Solve for it. Yeah, and the people don't look at the notes. Integration between -2 to 1. Top part is going to be 2 minus x squared minus x dx. Now, I also did the one in terms of dy, but just in terms of y. Yeah, it's on the notes. Yeah. Wow.
Exactly. He's so nice. This one, it's easier to do vertical, right?
Yeah. And the problem is horizontal. Those of you guys can visualize this. Horizontal is actually almost close to 90% level of difficulty. And I'm gonna say why 90% is because you had to break up to 2 sections. And when you break up to 2 sections, the right minus left on the bottom section is very easy to do. The one on the top, however, they all is x. So y, so x equal to 2 minus y, 2 minus y, x equal to 2 minus y, like this. It turns out if you graph y equal to square root of 2 minus y, it's going to be this sections right here. But if you right minus left, then you're going to be like, wait, that's the same function. They subtract each other or they go to 0. Here's the truth. Not like you need to know this. I'd rather you do vertically at all time, but this case to do horizontally, the mind has to be super brilliant. So what you need to understand is actually when you solve for x, you should get plus minus. So it's going to be right minus left. It's actually positive square root 2 minus y minus negative 2 minus y. So actually 2 times of 2 minus y square root. So that's just the top part. That's the part that's actually kind of confusing for a lot of students. But it's okay if you don't understand it. Don't do it. Vertically is the best choices. You always choose to do one with the one integral, not with the 2 integrals. 2 integrals if it's unnecessary. This is the one that you say, hey, I want to do 1 integral. For sure. Question. Before I move on. Am I doing okay explaining?
Yeah.
Okay. Square root x and x minus 2. This, do I expect you to graph this? Yes. This is just a straight line and the square and the graph like this. X minus 2, 1, 2. Now the problem of this question is they are very tricky. What else they tell you? They say the first quadrant. Did you look at those? Oops, yeah. He goes, oops. So it's this region. And I'm gonna shade it for you with nice color going among us. What's that, lime? Lime green, or what do you call it? I don't know. Anyway, it's this color. So vertical or horizontal? Choose.
Horizontal.
What? Horizontal is a good choice. Huh?
Isn't horizontal easier?
Yeah.
Horizontal is easier. Vertical you need 2. Yeah, vertical you need 2. And not subtracting, you are actually adding. You adding, well, you can do subtracting, but it's much easier to do. I don't know. Either way is fine. But anyway, I will do it vertically. I will do horizontally. So I'm gonna say y. Oops. I'm gonna say y is equal to square root of x, and the x equal to y squared, and then y equal to x minus 2. So x equal to y plus 2. I think. So it's gonna be y plus 2 minus y squared dx, and between 0 to what?
Yeah.
0 to 2.
Yes. It's like the height thing you set to.
So you set those two equal to each other.
It should be 4.2.
And the problem is when you square both sides, please understand how to do algebra. Don't kill a puppy. It's not x squared minus 4. It's actually x squared minus 4x plus 4. Did you know that? X is equal to wait, do I even need to do that anyway? X equal to x squared minus 5x plus 4, and that's going to be x minus 4, x minus 1, x equal to 4. Now x equal to 4, that means 2, so 2. Oh, can I just do it the other way, just in terms of y squared equal to y plus 2? Yeah, that's easier.
Couldn't you also just like reason that the square root of 4 is 2, and then let like 4 minus 2 also equals 2?
Yep, that's just by guess and check and happen to be lucky, but that's better than still this way. This way is probably the worst way. The probably best way is y squared equal to y plus 2, because you want a y equal to each other. So y squared minus y minus 2 equal to 0, y minus 2, and y plus 1. So y equal to 2. So 2 is get it from here much better. Because here you had to go back to solve for y, which just only takes a second. Whatever way is the best, do it that way.
With the, we go, when you find the intersection point, like, how do you get the x squared minus 4x plus y? Or plus x?
What are you talking about? The
But that's like he did both sides squared, so like the x minus 2 squared equals the x squared minus 4x.
How do you get negative 4x from negative 2?
because you kill a puppy. Go right on the board.
It could be 4.
Go right on the board.
Maybe like negative 2x minus 4.
Okay, right about around the board says x minus 2 parentheses squared is equal to, write down, x minus 2 parentheses squared is equal to x minus 2 parentheses x minus 2. No, that's okay. That's a very common mistake. That's why I was just mentioned, don't kill a puppy. Unless you want puppy to die. which is I don't like dog anyway.
Well,
We Chinese people eat dogs.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't eat. I'm vegetarian. I just say that to make fun of my race. See, I'm not racist. I'm racist to our race.
Equality.
Equality. Definitely. Chinese people eat dogs. Chinese people are the worst human being, I swear. We eat monkey brain. Can you imagine eat monkey brain when monkey's alive? And Korean people eat octopus
Oh yeah.
live.
Oh, I was gonna say we have like calamari, but we like.
No, they eat octopus. The octopus still moving.
You can die from that.
Yeah, you can die from that.
Because it doesn't it like
Yeah, sometimes they choke
yeah.
and then
Like
they
the
die.
suction cup.
And I honestly think they deserve it because you are stupid enough to eat something alive. That's no. Monkey brain alive, yes.
How do they
It's not humane. Chinese people are the worst. We eat everything. I'm vegetarian, so don't including me in there. But I'm gonna include Chinese people. What can I say? We're the worst. We're the worst. Okay, so for question 5, I'm just gonna kind of go through what's the best case scenario. Y equal to negative 4x, and so if you see this, you just have to graph it. X squared, boom. That was a really bad graph. Negative 4x is gonna be something like here. Negative 4x. And sometimes they are gonna intersect each other. So x squared plus 4x, and the x equal to 0, x minus 4. So x equal to 0, x equal to 4. So this one is 0 to 4, and I'll do it